So, who am I or who are we? What are we working towards? My name is Marsha Wycombe, and I'm a part of a group of Eagles, a part of a group of Eagle moms. You know what? You'll probably never even hear about anything like this. But we moms are moms who have kids who have special needs. And sometimes we do have kids who are what society call normal kids. So we have special needs kids and we have kids who are the normal or the typical type of kids. Have you heard about us? Probably you have never. But we moms or we eagles have never allowed ourselves to be defined by labels, diagnoses, or the storms of our lives. In fact, we use the storms that we face in our lives or the storms that our kids come up against to soar, to soar to the next level and to become unstoppable. Isn't that cool? I told you never hear about us before because we are not the typical kind of mamas, right? The ones who sit around and complain about the storms. But we use those storms in our lives and the kids' lives to soar to the top. Okay, see, when you soar and go to the top like the eagle, that's where you get the comfort, that's where you get the perspective at the height of it, right? So we actually anticipate those storms so that we can propel against the waves and the things that we go through in life. So, are you that kind of person? Are you that kind of special mom, a mom who parent a child with a diagnosis, or have two or three kids, and then right down the line you find that you have one who is absolutely different? Maybe it's a diagnosis of Down syndrome, autism, or any one of the labels or any one of the diagnosis. It normally comes down to the same main thing that is the main cause or that's the main culprit. So therefore, we're not defined by labels. We're not defined by what society puts upon us or what was spoken over our lives. We are absolutely unique. We're absolutely different. But you might be thinking, what make you different? You know what make us different is that we don't sit around and wait to be pat on the shoulder. We get up and we ride amongst the storm. We get up and we find solutions. And one of the ways in which we find our solutions as a set of eagle moms who are parenting their special kids or normal kids is that we go back to basic to find the solution, or we go back to the foundation of who we are, whose we are, to find the answers that we are looking for. We also do things very differently. Yep. How we do that? We do things differently in that we instill in ourselves and in our minds and in our child and sometimes the people around us, our family members, and maybe our older kids, younger kids, that in order to truly, truly know who we are, we got to go back inside, right? So we're never defined by society and society's labels and our past or even the present or the future which we are anticipating. We get up and we create it. We go back to basic so we can find out who we are, whose we are, and what we're here to do. So we are totally different. I think I found a quote somewhere that says, insanity is getting up and doing the same thing over and over again and expecting to find a different result, right? So we can't function like that. We got to be totally different. And that's why, our kids are sometimes called special because there's so much things about them that's totally different from how you parent the child who is by society standard normal, right? So we are collectively fighting. I was thinking if I should use the word fighting, but we can say we're collectively fighting, or we collectively we are soaring. We are soaring among and high above all the things that look like a negative. We actually love, not that we're looking for problems and looking, but we're living in life in this world, and in this world and in this life, You can't get away from struggles and problems and situations on a daily basis. Well, that would make you human, right? But we use those things, or when those things come, we use them to soar above, I and above the life we are creating for ourselves and our children. So we are against, right? We're against things like personal limitations that people put upon us, as special moms or moms with normal kids. You know, people sometimes put limitations on us, right? They'll say, you know what, being a mom would have a child who have a diagnosis or a developmental challenge, your child is not going to come out to nothing much. So we're against that because the potential of a thing is within the thing. The potential of anything, whether it's a cell phone, whether it's a fruit, right? Whether it's your television, the potential of it. And you can probably say, you can look at it probably from a warranty standpoint. When a manufacturer makes something, he put a warranty on it. He say, no, I'm guaranteeing that this piece of device is gonna serve for so long. Only him know, he or she who created it knew that, right? The potential of a thing is within the thing. So we're against labels. We're against self-imposed opinions. My gosh, those are like the one of the worst, right? We're against exclusions. We So if you just join us and just listening, we're saying that we are a part of a tribe that probably nobody ever hear about. A tribe of eagle moms who have kids who have special needs, or who is, a mom who have a child who's a normal child, but you probably have one, two, or three, and you find out down the line your first or your third or your fourth have a diagnosis. So we're saying we're against these things, against label, against self-imposed opinion, right? Exclusions. We're against people perception of those of our kids, or even of yourself, right? Because you are the one who grew up too and get these kind of labels and stuff speak of your life, and you turn around and will live by these limitations, and they will never get to this the full potential. So we are our voices for the voiceless. And what you're saying is that we are the voice for the voiceless, with the intention of maximizing the potential of these kids or people so that they can become unstoppable. Have you ever realized anything about the eagle? The eagle don't fly with normal with the normal birds. It look for its kind. Its kind. It nurture its kind to be eagle, to fly among the challenges, among the storms. But in terms of us, it's going to be the challenges, it's going to be the labels, it's going to be the perceptions that's spoken over us, our children life. So our voice for the voiceless, tribe of moms, our families, is on a mission to maximize the potential of people so that they can become unstoppable. Now, is that a group of people that you'd want to be a part of? Are you that mom or that relative? And you're looking for a group of people who said, you know what, we're going to do things differently. We ain't going to look for a potential outside here. We're going to find it within. We're going to go back to basic, and we're going to build from that foundation. So that's what we're about. We're about doing things differently. We're about maximizing the potential of our children and of ourselves so that we can be like the eagle, right? Rise above the labels, rise above the opinions of others, rise above, far above the diagnosis and the limitations that's spoken over our lives. And we're going to maximize the potential, right? So I want to connect with you if you are looking for a group of mamas like that, a circle, a community that we can bond together and we can work together for the good And what is the goal? Is to bring out that potential that's in you and I and our kids so that they can be of use in a very good way, right? We can be of use. And you know why I say be of use? Because oftentimes we are told that your kids ain't gonna come to much. Even your normal kids, right? Those are self-imposed perception of people, right? And I have like a quote, I like a saying that says, people's perception of me is none of my business. People's perception of you is none of your business. Your business is to max out your potential that's within. And we're going to do this differently by going back to basic. So I want you to check out the app that I have there. You can see click on it and you see all the different way we can connect together. And there's an email address. You can email us or just come right back here because we have more videos and more audios and stuff we're going to be sharing. If you never see the first video we did, go check that out or listen back to the podcast where I share my intention, that the intention that we have to share and to go to the next level. So we're just doing this connection right now to say this who we are. We are a set of special mamas who are on a journey to max out our kids and the people that will come across potential. And we're going to be that powerful voice. So stay tuned because the next video you're going to find, our next connection, next audio you're going to listen, if you're listening on the podcast, our voice for the Voices is our nonprofit, a voice of hope is our podcast. Then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to lay out the foundation, what the foundation principles that we're building on as this tribe of special moms. Until next time, I am Marsha Wygum. I am an eagle. Do you want to fly with us? Let's go.